Hi, I'm Douglas, the crazy gringo living in the Amazon rainforest of Ecuador. Several days ago, I was talking about some of the problems of incredible floods in China, and I wanted to follow up on that just a little bit because I've got more information and a way of explaining the impact a little bit clearer. 3 days ago was when the reports started coming out of China about incredible flooding. And to put it in context, in 3 days, this one province in China received the rain that they normally receive in 5 months. In 3 days, they got what they normally get in 5 months. That's a tremendous amount of rain. It completely inundated everything. And what it caused, which is interesting to me, is they needed to relocate 2 million people. Stop and think about the city that you live in. How many people live there? And if it's, a 500,000 or 1 million, or maybe larger, but just think about the logistics of trying to relocate 2 million people, and the roads were blocked with landslides and other things. And so it was an incredible disaster for China. They needed to shut down 64 coal mines because of the flooding. China is already suffering an energy crisis, and now they'll have less access to coal for a little while, so there'll be more of an energy crisis. They shut a bunch of chemical factories. The province is an industrial province. I mentioned that, we can sort of say, well, China's over there, but so much of what the rest of the world receives comes from China. And we look at drugs, and it's interesting to me that China basically controls 80% of the raw materials that go into the drugs that the whole world is using. So you can say, well, we'll make the drugs in whatever country, but where are the raw materials going to come from? They're coming from China. And so all of these things begin to feed together. You've heard me talking about the bottleneck of the supply chain. It's only getting worse, and more things are beginning to fall. Companies are beginning to close. The automobile industry is not going to produce 7 million cars this year because they don't have the parts to do it. The trucking industry is way behind, but trucks are breaking down. They can't get the parts. I mean, all of these things fit together and create a chain reaction. Some are saying it's a collapse. Who knows whatever words you want to use, but it's a big problem. And we're not talking about something that's going to get over in a month or two. They're saying now 2022, 2023, 2024, they're projecting out 3 or 4 years that we still will be coming out of this crisis that we're in right now. And I mention that because to me it's interesting how all the world fits together. When we talk about climate issues, it's what goes on in one part of the world affects the other part of the world. And here at Yachana, our focus in our little world right here is in preservation of tropical rainforest and the conservation of rainforest as it is, not planting more trees, but conserving the rainforest and keeping it intact. That's what's important right now. And it's one of the easiest things to do. So we need to all be working on that. And look at the Yachana Foundation and what we're doing in rainforest conservation. Thank you for sharing. And remember, I love you.